Hi, hello world. Today, biologia ambientale, environmental biology. Let's have some briefing about what's going on. If we are aware, or even if we are not aware, pretending and nothing is happening. And I'm not the one of those saying that the, the situation is due just accusing our policy, our technology, our attitude towards the ambient. No, I'm not the one because it's still the overheating and the climate change is something cyclical. So he's denying who's denying this is just ignorant. Really, that is ridiculous to say that the problem is the we are the ones. I mean, it's the human beings. No, come on, guys. In a certain percentage, yeah, okay, maybe we can say, okay, it's our fault, okay, but come on, please. You know what? Mostly it's just because it's the event of the nature, okay. All right, guys, I will try to translate. I have translated line by line in a manner, in a way that is as close as possible to the real Italian. Okay, because sometimes it's important to have a literal translation, but unfortunately Anglo-Saxon languages do not match with Latin languages. So we have totally, changed. We have to change a lot. Sometimes we can, but most of the times we cannot. So we have to adjust ourselves also to that. Okay. So let's dig in. Let's crank it up, how they say in UK. I learned this. Allora, the Arctic permafrost is 1,000 years old. Il permafrost artico è datato 1.000 anni. Oppure, or we can say is 1,000 years old. But let's be more, on the scientific side, okay? As usually is depicted and explained on Italian science books, okay? As it thaws, scientists worry what it might unleash. Con il progressivo sciogliersi dei ghiacci, of course, gli scienziati sono in allerta per cosa può portare alla luce. In this line, I changed quite a lot, okay? The way how the order, okay, l'analisi logica, no? The formation of the sentence, because it needed to be, okay? We can't translate literally as it thaws. Come si scioglie sarebbe literally, but it doesn't sound good. Okay, so it's better to be more specific in Italian, it's more articulate, okay? So, as it goes, as it's going on, in Italian we can say con il progressivo sciogliersi. Progressivo is progressive, okay? So it's easy to understand also for an English speaker to translate, ok? Sciogliersi is thaws, melting, ok? Scientists, gli scienziati, worried, sono preoccupati. We can translate literally in Italian, but in this case, when there is a sounding alarm about calamities or like a volcano eruption, like the temperature rise. It's better to say gli scienziati sono in allerta, okay? The scientists are on alert, okay? What it might unleash, per cosa, for what it can be rise at the light, at the sunlight, okay? It's a way of saying in Italian, portare alla luce, to discover, to release, to, okay, unleash, okay? Deadly pathogens lying dormant in centuries. Old Arctic permafrost could become the latest threat. Deadly pathogens, patogeni mortali, ok? Deadly is mortali, mortal, like Mortal Kombat, no? Lying dormant, sepolti, lying dormant, the literal translation would be giacciono, to lie, giacere, dormant is sleeping, ok? Dormant si usa anche per i vulcani, no? Per esempio il Vesuvio, that is the volcano in Naples, that is my dear friend. I grew up with him watching every day. Is a dormant volcano, okay, that will explode someday. Okay, but I'm here in Philippines. Bye. In centuries old Arctic permafrost. Nel permafrost artico per secoli, sepolti per secoli, ok? Lying in centuries, sepolti per secoli, could become the latest threat. Disjunctive, ok? Potrebbero diventare una nuova minaccia, ok? Could become, potrebbero diventare, diventare, the latest threat, una nuova minaccia. Literally translated would be l'ultima, ok, the next, latest, the next threat, la prossima minaccia. Però ho preferito tradurre, I favored to translate in this way, a new threat, ok? Is more Italianish, Okay, when anthrax, that is interesting. When anthrax spores emerged from the thawing permafrost in an Arctic region of Siberia, allora, when anthrax spore, quando delle spore di anthrax sono emerse, ok, past tense, the thawing permafrost, dallo scioglimento del permafrost, thawing, scioglimento, melting, in an Arctic region of Siberia, in una regione artica, Arctic region, of Siberia, and caught local human and animal populations by surprise, researchers say. Secondo I changed the order. Researchers say I put on the beginning of this line, okay, to be more Italianish, okay. Secondo alcuni ricercatori, la popolazione umana, the local human and animal populations, quindi I have translated more easy in Italian way, la popolazione umana e animale è stata colta di colta, and caught è stata colta by surprise, di sorpresa. As you can see, we translate in a very different way such a sentence, Unfortunately, as I already said, guys, when learning to become fluent in Italian, it means this. It has been for me the same to become fluent in English. I have to adjust myself the order of the subject, verb, and complements. I have to change everything. It's not easy for an Italian doing that, but you must do it if you want really to reach such a level at certain level that's satisfying your way of interact with people at any level. You know what I mean. So sorry for that. There is no shortcuts when it comes to languages. We have to work hard, very hard, and it has been very hard to me as well. And code local, secondo alcuni ricercatori, la popolazione umana e animale sta sempre salvando. Ok, I have translated. Secondo alcuni ricercatori, researcher say, ok, la popolazione umana e animale, ok, the human and animal populations, è stata caught by surprise, di sorpresa, dall'evento, from the event. I've translated from the event, ok? I've added this different Italian. We know there is bacterial, fungal and viral pathogens that are in permafrost, said Jill Brandberger. Sappiamo, we know, che ci sono patogeni di natura batterica, funghi e patogeni virali nel permafrost, ha fatto notare Jill Brandenberger. Allora, analisi logica, we analyze again. We know there is bacteria. I don't know why in the article they use the singular. Sappiamo, io in Italian I've translated with plural, that I guess is more correct, okay, because we have bacterial, fungal and viral pathogens, plural. I don't understand. Anyway, okay. Let's assume that it's me, that I'm not really an English academic, okay? So, sappiamo che ci sono patogeni di natura batterica. Allora, I changed a little bit, okay, to make more, Italian from a correct aspect side. Di natura batterica, of nature, is the same. Funghi, fungal, and patogeni virali, viral pathogens. Nel permafrost, that are in permafrost. Allora, potremmo anche dire, that in Italian comes on the beginning, che ci sono. In English, in the English line, that are in permafrost comes at the last, okay, on the direct disc, at the right sentence by Jill Brandenberger. Okay, she's an North American biologist, okay, environmental biologist. In Italian comes after. Ok, quindi sappiamo on the beginning, sorry, che ci sono, that are, patogeni di natura virale nel permafrost, said Jill Brandenberger. I preferred to say, ha fatto notare, I like to say, Jill Brandenberger has highlighted, ok, underlined. Ok, so ha fatto notare, let us note, get noting about that. Allora, I put a little note because I think that these people should receive much more credit that so many politicians and sapiens, Homo sapiens around the world, that nothing or less than nothing give credit to the society. You know what? So that's why I like to put a note here, a footnote on who's this lady. Jill Brandenberger is a program manager for environmental intelligence. Jill Brandenberger studies the importance of the ocean in our daily lives. Her research interests include art and so on. Okay. Italian, nota. nel ruolo di manager responsabile del Dipartimento Ambientale, Environmental Intelligence, Jill Brandenberger studies l'importanza, importance now, again, why, allora, here in English doesn't sound so good to me, because they say the importance of the ocean in our daily lives. But usually, when we talk about environmental biology, we always talk at plural. We speak about oceans. I mean, since I was a teenager, I've always been a great fan of David Attenborough or Jacques Cousteau. They are my idols, literally. And I always read the oceans. Why they use ocean singular? Maybe, I don't know. Okay, in Italian I'm translated with degli oceani, quindi oceans, with plural I've translated. In our daily lives, nella nostra vita quotidiana, daily is quotidiana, ok? Because quotidiano is giornaliero, means della nostra vita giornaliera, ok? Però it's more correct to use quotidiana, the daily life. It's like to be in habit, something that happening every day in our lives, ok? Quotidiana, vita quotidiana, daily lives. Ecco, here instead we translate from the plural in English, daily lives. In Italian we use generalizing the vita quotidiana. It has a most vague and general meaning, ok? Nella vita quotidiana in general, ok? We have, that these little things, they make the difference in become fluent in the language or copycatting literally the literal translation. Okay, so her research interests include i suoi interessi di ricerca includono allora the difference again. In English, in English you use hair, okay, the gender of the research interests got from the woman, because she's a woman, hair. In Italian, no. In Italian comes difference. I suoi interessi, that is genderless, okay, because I suoi interessi is male, okay, is masculine. But in this case, in Italian, is irregular, okay, because it's used the masculine both for women and men, okay. So while in English it's her research interest, in Italian becoming I suoi from feminine in English to genderless in Italian, okay? I don't want to say masculine because it's genderless, it's not exactly masculine. I suoi interessi di ricerca includono, ok? We know that upon thaw, all three of those classes of pathogens could be released. Italian. Sappiamo che a seguito dello scioglimento tutte e tre classi di patogeni potrebbero, disjunctive again, potrebbero essere disperse nell'ambiente, released, ma I cannot translate in Italian rilasciate, released, doesn't sound good, okay, because when we talk of these things, we use to disperse in the environment, okay, is more articulate than English, okay. But it can be quite in English also. Instead of released, released in the environment, in the air, in the water, okay. What we don't know that is interesting. That is the. I think this is the center, the highlight of the whole paragraph. What we don't know, Jill Brandenberger is saying, is how viable it is for them to stay alive and then infect. That is a question mark for the science, but is I don't think it's a question mark because it's already happened in the past, you know, same like for anthrax, for example, you know, and other pathogens. Quello che non sappiamo, what we don't know, quanto potrebbe essere reale, is how viable it is for them. In English they use in the article the present tense, it is, okay? In Italian we can use the potrebbe essere, the conditional, okay? Because it's uncertain, we don't know, so in Italian we use for uncertainty we use the conditional because it's posing a condition, a probability, ok? Reale è la possibilità che essi ritornino in uno stato vitale. To stay alive, I translate it, ritornino to be back alive, in a lively status, ok? And then infect. Nuovamente I translate, ritornino in uno stato vitale nuovamente attivo, ok? Active again, e quindi, and so, potentially infect a being, okay, living being in the ambience, okay, in the environment, and then infect. I've been a bit more article so that also for you, you know, so that to have a better Italian understanding, okay. I put the link of the article also, okay, so you check in the introduction of the video. Okay, guys, thank you very much. See you next. I don't know. We'll see. With Neapolitan, maybe some song or some other poem or some conversation. But I think I want to choose some song. Okay. All right, guys. Thank you very much and see you. Bye.